I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree.
Boom! Welcome guys to another episode from the Tropical Gist. Today we have a pretty interesting topic. We are gonna be talking about why content creation is really important and how it can really help your business. So yeah, I would like to start with our sensei from the content, Sebastian Gomez. And ask you, why do you think it's like really important to start like with the content creation?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's the tool that allows you to kind of like multiply yourself into 1,000 times or hundreds of thousands of times, and convince people, or not convince people, but build relationships with people, so they end up buying from you. Because like, when was the last time that you bought a product from someone that you didn't know?
Yeah, definitely.
Like that you saw an ad, you clicked, and you put your credit card.
Yeah, and
I've never done that.
Yeah, and I think that that's like one of the biggest barrier for a lot of people when they are just starting out. Because like, for example, with the people we are helping, like sometimes they are like, yeah, but I don't feel like that comfortable like in front of camera or creating content. Or so how do you guys like will deal with that when you don't feel like maybe comfortable when you are just starting out? So what would you do in that case?
Well, I see like different ways to generate content. Of course, you can do it like in front of a camera. You can do it, like creating articles and blogs. And you can do also email marketing. So it doesn't have to be always just like being like putting in yourself up front. Yeah, that's the most efficient, and people are gonna get to know you immediately. But like for those who are watching, and like I was afraid of the camera, like we all did at once. And the only way that you get like not camera shy is just by doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. I'm not saying that the first video or the 100th video is going to look perfect, but who cares? At the end of the day, if you're just being yourself, people are going to see that. And the worst thing that you can do is generate content pretending that you're someone else or that you live X type of lifestyle, because you're going to burn yourself in the long run. Yeah,
for sure. And that's something like really important, because at least like most of the people, they think that content creation is maybe just like videos or something like that. But Fabian got like a really solid point that maybe like content creation is just maybe you can create a PDF or something like that, where you can also like explain people or help people like getting started with X topic, or maybe like with the email marketing or a blog or something like that. So there's like really different ways like to start with the content creation. Yeah,
actually the first company that I worked with, there were like some of the top guys. There were like 7 top guys. And the funny thing is that one was like a Facebook guru, the other one was a YouTube guru, the other one was a blogger, and the other one was like solo ads. And I was like, shit, man, there's like because I wanted to follow one of them, and I was like, which one should I follow? The Facebook guy always says Facebook is better, right? Then the blogger says that you don't have to show your face and it's organic and this and that. So I was like, oh man, which one? So I started doing blogging and videos, and I started doing everything, because I said these guys say everything is good, so if I do everything, it's better. But yeah, like there was a guy getting 100,000 visits a month on his blog, and he's still around. He still has his blog, and he's killing it that way still. Then the guys on YouTube, of course, with content on YouTube, they're killing it on YouTube. So I mean, it's just like, if you can create content everywhere, it's better. But for a beginner, it's better to focus like on one channel. Yeah, and it can be YouTube or it can be blogging.
And which one would you recommend?
I mean, is that the best one is video by far, dude. Like blogging is good, but it's nothing. There's nothing better than video. Yeah. The thing is, you have to get in front of the camera and you have to get comfortable with that. So it requires like more. It requires more like getting out of your comfort zone.
Definitely.
So
something that I can see, and I don't know if you guys relate, it's kind of the same thing in traffic, like organic and paid. I really see kind of blogging as the organic version, and doing it video, it's like way more scalable. So it will be kind of just like doing like paid advertisement. And I really see, like, and this is where each and everyone has to get comfortable, like whoever they are, because again, like if you really feel that you can provide more value, you can do like even screen sharing, and you're creating content and you're creating presentations and you're talking about anything. You don't have to specifically be showing yourself, just kind of in the beginning, at the end of the video, and you at the end are creating a lot of value. So it's not like you're going to stand in front of a camera talking 20, 30, 40 minutes straight. Like no one watches that, like no one. So that's why, like, and again, it's more about the quality of the content than the quantity of the content. It's not that, you know, you just have to go to your Instagram story and start making 12 Instagram stories a day and that's gonna make you succeed. No, like it really has to be something thought out, because again, everything goes with the brainstorming, right? So if you don't brainstorm, what are you going to do? Okay, what's the end goal that I want to achieve after doing this? You have to reverse engineer it. You can't build the plane as you go, because it's gonna look sloppy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Actually, something that I was thinking is that at least me, that I'm recording one video a day, like something that I could do is like hire someone who transcribes the videos.
Mhm.
So basically, takes the video 6 minutes and writes down everything, and then it's a blog post.
Yeah,
Right?
for sure.
So basically, it's like so I can basically send people from the fan page to the blog post. The blog post has the video,
Mhm.
but in the bottom it has the text version,
Mhm.
and in the bottom of the blog post, boom, button.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's one option.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a hybrid.
Yeah,
but
it's a hybrid. Yeah, like they're going to be people that they enjoy more reading, and there are people that are going to enjoy more watching a video. So like you're serving both at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's just like about getting started with just one of them, because at the end of the day, like whatever you choose is better than nothing. So if you're
Yeah.
not doing, or if you don't feel like, okay, I don't know, like which one should I choose, like just choose whatever, start, and
Yeah.
then just
And it can be even like value content or value posts, which is like something that like people do on Facebook groups. Like
Mhm.
like I create, I don't know, 2-page PDF or 12-page PDF with, you know, bunch of information. It can be about anything, packed with value, and that's gonna, you know, help you get out there. People are gonna start getting to know you, because if you're sharing something that is gonna be helpful for a bunch of people in a group or whatever, this is gonna be, you know, being a part of your branding, a part of your essence, a part of your content, and you can do this. Like it doesn't have to be like you have to make 12 Facebook lives a day. It doesn't have to be that, for example, like you're doing. You don't have to go and record one video a day. You don't have to do, for example, one video a year. It's about finding the consistency in what you're doing, because if you just, you know, do 12 videos, you stop, then you do one video and you stop for 2 months, and then you do 5 more. That's not going to work. That's not consistent, and people notice that. Like, and once you stop being in people's minds, or you're not just being out there, it's going to be more difficult for people to keep relating, because like, again, with marketing, it's the exact same way. Like, how are you going to buy more? By showing them your brand again and again and again. And the same thing has to be with content. It doesn't have to be every day. It can be once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, depending on the pace that you want to build yourself. And of course, the brand, because we can talk about personal branding or we can talk about actual company branding. So
Mhm.
it can be tied with both, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a lot of people that sometimes when we are talking about this, for example, when we are helping them, they tell me like, yeah, David, but I don't know like, what ideas can I talk about, or where can I get like some ideas for my content or whatever. So what are like your thoughts on that? What are like some advices that you can give like people just starting out that maybe they don't have a lot of ideas, so where they can get like some ideas to start creating their own content?
I actually had the same question when I started, because I was like, man, I don't know anything. How am I gonna, choose a record content? So I was like just seeing what other people were recording. I was making like a list of their topics, and I was basically asking myself, okay, which one do I know?
Mm-hmm.
Because if someone's talking about email marketing and I know zero about email marketing, I'm not gonna record that. So I make like a list of videos. And I mean, I would also ask myself, like, what do I know that I can help people with in my niche? And
yeah, that's good. Yeah, because I think that like a lot of content is out there, so it's just about like going to other like people doing similar things, just like start looking at what they are talking about and do it like in your same style with your own words. Of course, not copying, but just like modeling at the beginning while you get used to record your own like 100% original content.
Or just talk about the journey,
Yeah.
like what you are learning. Like today I learned this, and this is why I learned it. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you make it like storytelling, so that's
More
also
like storytelling.
People will appeal like that a lot. Something that I was thinking, it's like, like when you start out, like generally, like you don't have an idea, and like I got like so comfortable just like asking everything, to YouTube University, that you can start just like like building a list, having an idea. People that you follow, people that you feel that they're being a mentor in some way, those specific topics that specifically like that you said, like you can learn, that you have something to talk about this, you have a story, then you can start also creating a list and implementing this, because like again, you can use Google, you can use YouTube. At the end of the day, it's about what people want. It's not always about what you want. So again, like if you're gonna be personal brand, and you can reference this to all of us, it doesn't matter if you really want to say something out there if people don't need it.
Yeah.
So it's more about how can you appeal to your audience and really resemble from everything that you're doing. Because if you're not, let's say, captivating your audience, what good is it making, right? So I really believe that, you know, everything has to be in a way that, you know, people are looking for an answer. Or you can always talk about, you know, the what, and then you can, you know, create a funnel and you can sell them the how.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's something that I was taught since the beginning. Like teach the what to do, and then you sell the how, and that way you have something to sell.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because if you like always like teach the how, they don't have like anything like to buy from you, or maybe they will think like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe in the next video he's gonna teach about this or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, even the what, it's like so valuable, because like when we started, no one told us shit. Like we just had to figure out everything from scratch, like building something. Oh shit, like it was crooked at the end. You just like any type of content can be valuable if you're really open to suggestions and to listen something that, you know, might hurt you, might make you think different ways, might even inspire something new. Because like, what's the reason you're watching? Specifically watching, for example, in YouTube, is because you want to learn, you want to watch something, and you really want to listen. When you read a book, it's completely different, because a lot of it's to your imagination, interpretation. So it's like really here, but the medium is the same. Sorry, it's different, but at the end goal, it's always going to be the same. Like how you rephrase what you really want to get out there, so people can see it, they can value it, and they, ooh, I need your help, or I have some questions regarding this, and that's how you just, you know, go ahead and tackle whatever market you have.
Yeah, that's true. And how do you deal like with, because a lot of people also ask me like, man, but how I'm gonna teach people if I don't have like results yet, or if I am not like a super expert or something like that? Because at the end of the day, that's something super true that, I mean, like Russell Brunson says that you don't need like to be an expert like to teach to someone. You just need like to be one step ahead. But how would you deal with that, like with people like just thinking that they need like to learn a lot of things or know a lot of things before like actually teaching or showing people?
Yeah, it's like what Gary Vee says, that you should document the journey instead. It's like my brother, he was telling me he was gonna start like vlogging with a V.
Yeah,
So like for instance, he's not like a professional bodybuilder or anything, but you know, you can document like, I just woke up at this time, this is what I'm gonna eat today. You're going and hit the gym, you tell people what you hit, then what you work out, why you're doing this workout, and then you document your results, and then people will follow, literally. And then of course in the journey you're gonna learn how to do bench press the right way, so you tell people, okay, this is how you do bench press, and then you start getting more into more specific topics.
And also it depends on how you position yourself, because if you are talking that you are an expert but you're not really an expert, people will have like that expectation, so they will be disappointed. But if since the beginning you tell them like, this is my journey, I'm learning this, the idea behind this content is to the outcome, and make it honest, people will follow.
Yeah, storytelling again, it's super important.
And also something very important is like certain message. The idea to create content is to transmit a message. The idea of the message is to educate on a certain point or a certain topic, and it depends on the topic. It can be learned by like in a more visual way, it can be more by audio, can be more by maybe reading. So the idea is that you put yourself like, ask like, all right, what does my ideal customer wants to learn? And depending on that, you will realize if it needs to be more visual, more, I don't know, like more about reading, more audio, maybe a podcast, because it depends on that. You know?
Yeah, even depends on the marketing, what you're selling. Because for example, if you're trying to sell cars, you're not gonna, you know, send a, you know, ebook.
Guys, quick pause. If you're finding this episode valuable, be sure to go to tropicalgangsterscall.com to schedule a call with us to see how we can help you out. Tell us what you're struggling with, what you want to achieve, and we'll create a personalized game plan for you. So go to tropicalgangsterscall.com and hope you keep enjoying the episode.
And how to sell and, you know, get a car. So it's also, the medium goes really, you know, hand in hand on whatever you're doing.
Yeah, actually this is something that I learned in he was in the Tony Robbins event. He made like an exercise to find out like which like what type of communication is better for you. Like if you're more visual, or you're more like sensatory, they need to feel stuff, or if you are more maybe you're more like visual. So the idea is that you understand that, so you can transmit your message in the best way, and have it in mind that all people are different. You know, like that's why you need to. Let's say that you're gonna create content, and you say like, all right, my ideal customer, they are more auditory persons. So I'm gonna make like crisp audio, like a very unique experience just by audio. Or if it's more like a vlogging, that the people like to imagine stuff, like to literally feel, maybe like the blog, like your brothers, it's gonna work pretty well.
Yeah, for sure. Something that like, for example, this example that you're talking about, and the one that you gave, for example, with a case study or a storytelling, this can really help to build a lot of reputation. And the fact that you're just showing like a journey, an adventure, an actual story of someone that happened, and you don't know if someone is going through that, or they thought about it, or even doing it, because at the end of the day, it's all about psychology, it's all about feelings. And if you really want to nail it, you can even ask your audience, what do they want to listen from you? So that's even easier, because you're basically asking them and giving them what they want. So once you get kickstarted, it's going to be 10 times easier to ask ask your audience what actually they're looking for from you. And you can even start like fixing things that you thought that were kind of in your content. If you were just like, for example, just recording too much, or you were just not recording as much, or if you were just recording specific topics that people were like, and for example, you lost your essence because you were trying to try something new, but you were really good at I don't know, for example, public speaking, and you decided to go to the route of webinars. And you can do both, but at the end of the day, you always have to stick to your guns, because that's going to be you. It's like trying to be a black tiger, right? So a tiger is going to always have stripes. So it's really important to always get to know yourself, do the content. You can try with your personal journey, and once that, you can start, what would you guys want me to try next? And you can start a whole different set of a whole different chapter, a whole different new source, or new content, or even new brand. It's all about what people want, and that's the tricky part, because a lot of people just feel that just standing in front of a camera and putting ads on YouTube, that's gonna be it. But if you're doing really high value content, and you're creating a funnel, like a sales system connected through a funnel and paid advertisement, and you're actually creating something. Because again, like kind of what we talked about last week, like you can get 100 leads in a day, but if you don't know what to sell them, how to sell them, you're just burning your cash, wasting your time.
And also the regarding the leads, I've noticed that the leads that come in through the funnel, if they haven't consumed content before, they're less quality leads.
Yeah, definitely.
So literally, like if I get an opt-in today, right? Like someone becomes a lead, and I see, okay, one lead, perfect, but I don't know their quality. It's like very hard to measure the quality of a lead, of one individual lead, because you get so many freaking leads that it's not like you have a quality score per lead. But over time, after you test like generating leads to cold audiences or warm, it's clear that the warm audience
converts way more.
What I mean is that people that consume content before becoming a lead are like 10 times more likely to buy. Like for sure.
Yeah, they already know you. They have listened a couple of videos. They're like, oh man, when they talk to you, they like message or something, they can be like, oh yeah man, I saw like this video that you recorded this day, like I know it can be a little old, but it really helped me because this, and boom, that's an easier target to sell.
You know what, like most people don't create content is that it's very untangible. You cannot measure the results. It's very hard to measure the results of, okay, this amount of content has produced this amount of results. It's like there's no metric. It's like there's no way to measure it. I guess people really start focusing on content like once they create the content and they see more money. But before that, everyone just thinks like it's BS, I think. Like literally, man, because I talk about content all the time, and a lot of people are like, yeah, man, what's the best Facebook strategy? I'm like, dude, Facebook doesn't work without content, man. Like, fuck.
Yeah, there's winning product, scaling strategy.
No, really, man. Like making money without content is so much harder.
Yeah, and it's more expensive.
It's expensive.
Yeah, for sure.
You get leads that are not that good.
waste your time. Your business isn't efficient.
I mean, you can make like a direct response campaign work, but dude, we've seen how much harder that is.
On cold audience, unless you're giving something for free, people won't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to, like, for instance, advertising to people that have never seen you before. It's hard to put $1 in and get 2 or 3 out.
Yeah.
These days, with a cold audience, with a warm audience, people that consume content before, it's so much easier.
Yeah, it's just like going, for example, on a highway, just driving and you see a little restaurant. Oh man, yeah, this looks good. You don't know.
Yeah, it's 1 out of 100.
You don't know. And that's kind of what someone will feel if they don't know you. So it's going to be really difficult because they're not going to relate. Again, like people that are not, let's say, for example, from the online industry and they're getting their feet wet on their online industry, they're always thinking that they're going to get scammed. So if they don't know you, it's going to be really difficult. And even people that actually have been in the industry, they are even more, keeping an eye on other people because they probably got already scammed, or they are, or know someone that got scammed. At the end of the day, if you're giving really true content, if you're being real, if you're being yourself, if you're not always being so salesy, because that's super important. If you're always trying to push a product down people's throats, that's going to be really difficult. Like how are you going to build rapport? People need to get to know you. People need to really have a nurture phase in order for them to convert.
Yeah, and also a lot of people have let's say a service, right? And they have a great service, they have great logistics, they have happy clients and everything, but they always struggle to get clients. And you can have the best service in the world, but with zero content, you'll always struggle. Because with content, man, literally with content is like this little army of people that are working for you, even if you are not working.
Yeah. The rapport is already built with the content. I mean, because if you don't have any content, for example, when of the calls that we get, sometimes people feel like, I saw the video and I feel like I know you, blah blah blah, and you don't have an idea of who you're talking to.
Or which video they're talking about.
Exactly, and you save like at least 1 hour of a call just because of one maybe 10-minute video.
Yeah.
Or also what I was telling to the guy that washes our cars. I think we told him this, that if all he did was post a before and after photo of his cars on Instagram, every time he's like, today I'm washing this car, it's like full of mud, but take a look at my results. And he had 100 posts, he would be booked.
Yeah.
And he didn't have to do like major things. He's like
baller.
Yeah, he's like, which guy do I want? The guy that I don't know or the guy that posts on Instagram?
Yeah,
obviously
that's true.
Yeah, and it's gonna do a good job.
Yeah, and it's like it's that simple. Like that's the content. It just this is the guy. This is the sale. It's the thing in the middle that makes it happen.
No, and that helps a lot to build like trust with your audience because let's say that those are like 2 guys that watches cars, but I have seen content of this one like before and afters, and I have seen no content of this one. So of course I trust more on this one, and if you have like more trust on this one, you are more likely, of course, like to put money on this one because if someone doesn't trust you, it's really hard that they take out like the credit card or whatever that they are using to pay in order to put money on you if they don't trust you. You know, it's like giving money to an exchange.
Yeah, and that works for every niche.
Exactly.
Every niche. That's the point of creating content.
Yeah.
It's directly related to making more money. That's just that people don't see that because it's not a metric. It's not like a cost per lead. Like
that doesn't have metrics, but can be the most productive task that you have ever.
And the most profitable.
The most profitable task.
But the worst thing is that people, they don't want to do it. They're afraid of doing it, and they just say it's a waste of time.
In fact, man, you could have, you can have, like.
You can have like the blueprint.
No, dude. Like literally, you could not have a funnel. You could not have an ad. You could not have shit. But if you have like so much content, you're gonna make money easy.
Yeah.
Because you're like, hey man, honestly, I don't have a funnel or a checkout page, but send me a message and I'll take a wire transfer. Literally.
Yeah, that will work.
That works.
Yeah.
Man, literally, crazy. And a lot of people focus on the funnel and like, man, I want to improve my conversion on my page. Do I use the green button or the red button?
Yeah.
That's
doesn't
not gonna
make
make that difference.
Yeah, the devil is in the details.
Yeah.
And also the leverage that you can take from the content. It's so easy when you have like clients and they tell you like, and for example, sometimes I have clients and I ask them, hey, do you have any question? Let me know how can I help you. And they say like, yeah, actually I had a question, but I saw a video and already everything's clear. So
Yeah.
that's perfect. I mean, that saved me maybe 10 minutes or
Q&A
1
video.
hour. Yeah.
Yeah, and also the content acts like a review. Like for instance, when you go to Amazon and you buy like the taser, right? Before I bought it, I saw the reviews, right? Because I want to see, okay, what is the experience? I want the product to prove itself before I buy it.
Yeah.
And the content, what it does is that it allows you to prove yourself to people before they make a commitment. So it's like, okay, if you're teaching Facebook ads and I go and I watch your video, you prove to me that you can teach me something, it's like the equivalent of one review.
Yep.
Because the review proved that you can generate a result for someone.
Yep.
And if you can prove me that, I don't need a review. And that's the thing. Like a lot of people say like, hey man, but I don't have reviews. It doesn't matter because if the content is good, it's gonna prove itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the balance.
And
Yeah.
if you don't have reviews, I mean, your peer group, you can ask your friends like, "Hey, can you watch this content?" And the honest opinion of them can be your review, because actually it's a review.
Yeah.
doesn't matter who it is.
And it can be a review of the content.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like some people is like, hey, I watched this content, it's great. That's a review.
Yeah. Help me to do this, that. Yeah.
No, and one simple review can make like the whole difference between someone that is still like, okay, so should I buy this or should I buy it or I shouldn't buy it? And if they say like, or they see like a review that says like, yeah, this content is great. Like for example, in your ads, that's why a lot of people just like defend you when someone put like, yeah, Sebastian,
There's this guy that
it's
he's like
not
my
free
bodyguard.
or whatever. But yeah, they are like, man, but the content is like so valuable and you
Yeah.
get a lot of likes on those comments.
This is like there's this guy that is like my bodyguard. I literally get smashed by someone, and I'm just like waiting for the guy
Yeah.
to go and reply. He's like, "Hey, dude, actually Sebastian is the real deal."
Yeah, yeah.
I just like his comment. And that's it. But that's it, man. Like literally, an online business could be a bunch of content with different offers that you create over time, but with simple pages, ugly pages. It could be an ugly page. It could be the ugliest page in the world. I don't know if you've seen I forgot his name, but he's making a killer on YouTube. He has like great videos, but you go to his funnel and you're like, man, this guy doesn't know how to create a funnel. And
Yeah, maybe he already owns like a Tucumma Club
no,
award.
yeah, it's crazy. So, yeah, man. I mean, if it's not
is,
clear,
content is king.
If it's
will
not
say
clear,
your brother.
yeah, no, and it's true, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Also, the content on your Instagram is like the ultimate landing page.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like the ultimate conversion booster, the content.
Is-
And that's that's the thing in this world. Like people go to your Instagram, they see the post, and they judge you immediately.
Yeah. Really,
Yeah.
it's like the
like-
landing page, and from there they decide what they will do, like based on your business or with you or even dating. You know, and someone is looking for someone else, the content that the girl or the or the guy makes is gonna maybe convert, or maybe it's not gonna convert in that relationship, right? You know, like just at least to get on a date or something like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
it's every type of content. It
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily has to be like a YouTube video. I mean, what in the moment that you do a story of the coffee that you're taking, you're creating content.
Yeah. And even better if you rent a Lambo and drive all over the place. That's gonna make a killer Instagram page.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Badass. Yeah. Just
We should rent one.
like yeah, Gucci shoes, Gucci belts,
Rolex.
Rolex, drinking Cristal.
Yeah, man. That's
It's all about the content, guys.
it's all about the content.
It's about the content and knowing the outcome of the content that you wanna create.
I mean, if you would need like to choose just like one task that you should focus on, is like literally just like content creation.
Man, literally, you don't need a funnel.
Yeah.
Literally, man, you don't need a funnel. I didn't have a funnel for the first 2 years of
Let's
being
take
online.
down all of our funnels actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna close my account. Man, I didn't know how to create a funnel. I actually created my first funnel. Sheesh, dude, like
2 days ago.
like a year and a half after I started. I only had a WordPress website, which was not a funnel, and my sales were send message, Skype, and close, or send message and close on chat. And the funnel, I said, oh man, you can send traffic to the funnel. I don't have to do all this messaging. But that was like secondary.
That's like the second level.
I mean, of course that helps a lot, but if you have like a really solid foundation, because if you have nothing, if you have like the best ad in the world, if you are like driving like 10K a day ads to the best funnel in the world, but you have like no content, no product, or no value, I mean, that's not gonna make a difference.
The worst part that people do, they run traffic to generate leads to nothing, to not selling anything to the list. So that's, man, I don't want to laugh because I don't want to sound like an asshole, but man, like that's completely counterproductive. It's kind of, I want to go to the gym, I'm go 3 hours in a day, and then I go to McDonald's, eat 2 Big Macs, large shake, Coke, and a pie. Oh man.
Yeah, man. That's the lesson that you have to learn, guys. Content. You can suck at everything, but if your content is good, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, just like this. Right now we're recording content, so it's just like a friendly conversation. And again, you can do it like this. You can do it like in front of a camera. You can do it on a presentation. You can record video with an intro and an outro, and just do screen sharing. You can create vlogs. You can create emails. There are a lot of different ways out there.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I think we should be wrapping up.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think that's basically everything from tonight, huh?
Yeah, so what's like your last takeaway on this, Fabian?
My last takeaway, it's go to tropicalgangsterscall.com. Super important, guys.
Schedule a call now.
Schedule a call now. I know, but really for me, it's more about,
It's more about going to Tropical Gangsters Call.
No, just seriously, go to Tropical.
Tropical Gangsters Call. No, but really, I went through all the phases of content creating. I hate it, I don't want to do it, I don't need it, I'm afraid of it, I don't want to plan for it, doing it, hating it while doing it, and at the end of the day, all the videos that I did, I just feel proud of it, man. Like at the end of the day, that's what you're putting yourself through, because it's gonna help you grow, and if it's gonna help you grow personally, it's gonna help your business eventually.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, perfect. So, yeah,
It's close.
Yeah, I think that this podcast was super helpful for anyone just getting started. If you're just thinking, okay, so how should I start? Just start creating content. That's like the first step, in my opinion. And yeah, hopefully that was super helpful for you guys. If you really want us like to start helping you creating some content, go to tropicalgangsterscall.com, schedule a call. We can definitely help you like to start like putting all your ideas together, help you like with the game plan on how to start building your content, and like anything else you need from our side, we can definitely discuss it. And hope that you enjoyed the podcast, and see you in the next one, guys.
Peace.
Strong like a tree.
Alright guys, if you found this episode valuable, be sure to go to tropicalgangsterscall.com to schedule a call with the Tropical Gangsters and see how we can help you out. Tell us which business model you're in, what you're struggling with, and we'll see how we can help you out with a personalized game plan for your business. tropicalgangsterscall.com. Hope to talk to you soon. Peace.
Boom.